especially with Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr., oh my God. Michael Porter Jr. to the cup. Jaren Jackson Jr. Full court press. Go Jaren Jackson. Oh my God. All right. I will be taking 5 questions. First one.
With your team tied with New Orleans for the 1 seed, how important is it to stay locked in as the season closes?
I think staying locked in as the season closes, I think it's a pretty easy thing when you're a team like we are. I mean, we always try to play with a chip on our shoulder. We always feel like we have something to prove. So staying locked in, especially in a time like this, is really easy for us as a squad. I mean, our team is used to facing animosity. Last year we were a play-in team, and now it's our first season in title contention. But I really believe that we are one of the better teams in the NBA, and we're going to stay locked in with that mentality. And I think what we're really focusing on is, like all NBA veterans say, the trick to winning a championship is peaking at the right time, and I think we're just trying to peak at the right time. And right now is about the time where you're going to want to start climbing up that peak, because the season's starting to wind down. There's only about 7 games left in the season. So I think now getting some momentum and climbing up that peak definitely is going to be really crucial. Yeah.
What is the injury report for tonight?
Of course. We are fully healthy outside of Wendell Carter Jr. He has a pinched nerve in his back. He will be out for the next 2 to 4 weeks. He could come back for the playoffs. He also could not. So we're going to take that one day at a time and really focus on his health over team success, because at the end of the day, he's 23 years old, and we really would hate to see him go down with a long-term injury. So we're going to take his injury slow. We're going to go through the rehab process slowly, and we're going to focus on getting him back to 100%. Yeah.
As the season finishes, will you prioritize the 1 seed or overall team health?
I think team health hasn't been too much of a concern this season, outside of a few injuries here and there. And obviously, right now, Wendell Carter Jr. is out for a few weeks, but I don't think health has been a huge concern for us. I mean, obviously, I do prioritize team health over team success. Like, if Wendell Carter Jr., or if Wendell's not a good example because he's injured now, if Michael Porter Jr., say he hyperextended his knee and he wanted to play 2 weeks later, without the doctors clearing him, I don't think we'd allow him to play, because we got to save him from himself. So I think if it came down to it and there was a serious threat of a long-term injury, we would definitely prioritize team health over team success. But team health just really hasn't been that big of a problem for us as a team. Yeah.
What are you looking for in your team come playoff time?
Like I said earlier, right now we're focused on building momentum. We're focused on building momentum so we can peak at the right time. I think we're gonna try. We really want to peak if we make it far enough deep in the playoffs, and we're focused on staying locked in, especially at the end of the season. It's been a long, strenuous season. We're 70 games in. There's only about 6 games left in the season, so right now is grind time. We're locked into the 1 or 2 seed. We're fighting with New Orleans right now, at the top of the Western Conference. But the season's not over. There's still games left, and we're really just trying to stay locked in. All right, one more question. Yeah.
How excited is the team for this season's playoffs?
Man, we are buzzing. We really are buzzing. I think since this is our first team really in title contention, we're extra excited. Like last year, we were a play-in team, and as a play-in team, you're not really expected to go far. There's no real expectation. We obviously made it out of the play-in tournament, and we made it into the first round of the playoffs, and we lost to the Los Angeles Clippers. But this season, we're one of the title favorites. We're a title contender. We're still battling for that 1 seed with the Pelicans. So I think right now, these moments are what you live for as an NBA franchise. You live for the NBA playoffs. You live for these legacy-defining moments. And our goal right now and our goal for the foreseeable future really is to shine in those legacy defining moments. It seems like even on the coldest of nights and the nights where we play the worst, when it comes down to it, our guys show up. Like, it's been notorious. Michael Porter Jr., he could have a 3 for 11 shooting game, but if the game's coming down to it, we're down 8 with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, you can count on Michael Porter Jr. to heat up and go drop 3 buckets and bang, we're in the lead. So I think our team's really good at going up against adversity, and I think that really is an exciting thought, especially in the NBA playoffs. We're going to face a lot of adversity. We're going to be a top 2 seed in the West, so I think really we're not scared of anyone. We never have been. You got to beat good teams to get to the NBA Finals, but I really got off topic for that answer. I'm really sorry, but we definitely are really excited in our first season contending. I think we're a way different team than we were last year. We made a lot of changes this offseason, so I think we're really good. We're in really good shape, and we're a young team, so we have many years. We're going to be contending for years to come, so it's definitely an exciting time. You don't always. There are franchises who sit at the bottom of the NBA and they don't contend. So it definitely is a privilege, and it definitely is very exciting to be a contending team in the NBA, especially when it's as talented as it is. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Okay, so today's episode is going to be a big one. It is the final episode of the Season 2 regular season. We're going to cap it off with an away game at the Boston Celtics. We are pretty much at full health. I mean, I described it in the pregame interview, but we are going to be without Wendell Carter Jr. for another game. They want us to play him, but I'm not going to risk aggravating the injury. We're going to be without our backup big man for this one. Rocco may get some backup center minutes. Not too sure just yet, but Wendell Carter Jr. won't even be suiting up. I don't want him suiting up. Rajon Tucker will suit up in his spot. We're going to get Wendell Carter some rest so he can be at full health come playoff time. So I don't think I'm going to stall anymore. The Celtics are the 2 seed in the East. We are the 1/2 seed in the West. We are tied with the Pelicans at the top of the Western Conference. It's going to be a massive, massive game. Outlaws Celtics. That point guard position over there is looking a little rough. I'm hoping we can abuse that. We're in Boston at the TD Garden. This is a huge one. We're fighting for that 1 seed. Let's go. As the season winds down, these games become more and more important. But this Celtics team has a 64 overall starting point guard. I don't know who their starting point guard is in real life, so I'm not going to cook them. But Brad Daugherty is about to get his shit mopped. I might have to switch Michael Porter Jr. to the point so I can absolutely torch that Brad Daugherty guy. Michael Porter Jr. on KCP. 2. We're about to force our first shot clock violation of the game. MPJ with the block. Jovic with the board. I see Michael Porter Jr. trailing. Oh, Robert Williams picks him up. I know what I want to do. Michael Porter Jr. step back midi. Precious with the board. Precious. Oh my God. Precious gets his own board. Michael Porter Jr. wide open at the hash. Bang. We're on the board. We need Michael Porter Jr. to get into a rhythm here. I want him to heat up so we can have momentum going into the postseason. We're going to have a tough first round matchup. Granted, we're going to be against a 7 or 8 seed, but I still want to peak at the right time. I want to peak in the playoffs. I want to play our best basketball we've ever played in the playoffs. So we're definitely going to need to get some momentum, especially with Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. Oh my God. What the fuck? Bro, I was in the freestyle gym and I saw that animation and I never thought I would be able to hit it in game. And I just hit it in game. It's a little behind the back, step back midi. That was fucking beautiful. Michael Porter Jr. with our first 5 points this game. Oh no, Precious. I need a better screen than that. Precious. There, oh, see, that's the one right there. Robert Williams was there, though. It seems like I create a lot of space when I do that, so I really think that's a good move, especially with all that space I create with it. So I'm going to keep going to it. I'm going to get other guys some looks just so we switch it up, but I'm definitely going to go to it. Oh my God, Jaren Jackson Jr. gets called with that foul on Jaylen Brown. That is tough. Definitely great defense. Jaylen Brown sinks both of those free throws, and we are now down 1. Kobe White defended by Brad Daugherty. I think if I get Davion Mitchell in the game, I might be able to cook him. Actually, Kobe White, 14% contested is tough. I thought I had more space than I did. Kobe White cannot get it to fall. Jason Tatum to Daugherty. Daugherty defended by Kobe White. I'm pretty confident in Kobe White's ability to defend him. They pass to Jaylen Brown. KCP screen. Jaren Jackson Jr. gets over it pretty easily. 8 seconds. 6, 5, Tatum. Defended by Jovic. We get a contest with Jaren Jackson as well. Jaren Jackson with his first board of the night. I see Michael Porter Jr. Oh, we have a mismatch. We have a mismatch on Daugherty. 9% contested because Robert Williams helped. 3 minutes into the first. Jovic on Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown to Pope. Michael Porter Jr. is there on KCP. KCP drives in. Oh my God. Michael Porter Jr. with the steal with his back in transition. Not in transition. But we get Jovic. They press him at the perimeter. That's tough. That is tough. Okay. Pump fake with Jovic. Jovic, little push shot. Cannot get it to fall. Okay, Michael Porter. We lost all of our momentum. We find Precious Achiuwa on the roll. Okay, thank you, Michael Porter. Come on, Precious. Oh, we get Robert Williams in the air. Thank you, Precious. We caught Robert Williams jumping, and Precious Achiuwa gives us another lead here. 7-6 Outlaws. Kobe White with the steal on Daugherty, however you want to say it. Ooh, Jaren Jackson Jr. in the corner. Jaren Jackson Jr. for 3. We now have a 2-possession lead. 10-6 Outlaws. Daugherty driving in. Jaren Jackson Jr. is there. Jovic is there. He gets his shit sent by Jaren Jackson Jr., bro. Oh, we leave Tatum wide open in the corner. Bang, cuts our lead down to 1. Okay, this is going to be a tough game. I knew this was going to be a tough game because it is the Celtics after all. But still, come on. Give me a Precious screen. Ooh, Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. does it again. Pull up midi off of that nice little behind the back step back J. Michael Porter Jr. has 7. Michael Porter Jr. in the corner. Ooh. We get Precious in the paint with a mismatch. Precious with the mismatch down low. Precious, I need that. Precious, I need that, man. I need that. Precious with the mismatch, misses on Nesmith. Nesmith bringing it up, runs right into Michael Porter Jr. Thad Young with the failed dunk attempt on Precious and Jaren Jackson. But Thad Young gets a wide open close range J. And it is a tie ball game here in Boston. I'm going to keep feeding Michael Porter Jr. because he is hot. 7 points out the gate. Let's keep going. Ooh, Michael Porter Jr. to the cup. Jaren Jackson Jr. Back in the lead, 14-12 Outlaws, 2.5 to play in the first. Daugherty defended by Kobe White. They're running an off-ball action for God knows who. Looks like they're running it for Nesmith. Gets a screen from Thad Young. Daugherty crashes. Jaren Jackson Jr. on the help. He coughs it up. Outlaws ball. We get Precious Achiuwa on the roll. Posting up on Nesmith. Precious Achiuwa fouled. Achiuwa goes to the line. Haka Achiuwa really has been a thing last season, so I think we're going to miss both of these. And we miss them both. The second one actually wasn't as bad as the first. The first was very early. The second was just slightly early. The Celtics in transition. Pull up 3. Cannot get it to fall. Michael Porter Jr. in transition. Defended by Nesmith. Give me a Precious screen. Ooh, I see Precious on the roll. He gets the roll on Nesmith. Precious puts him on a poster. Nesmith just shook me out my boots with Jaren Jackson Jr. But it don't matter because he missed the shot, so who cares? Shook me out my boots, but he missed, so fuck it. Ooh. Oh, I can't get the pass. I can't get the pass off to Precious Achiuwa down low. Pick and roll with Precious. Actually, I'm gonna do the same thing with Kobe White because he still has Daugherty on him. We get Jaren Jackson Jr. down in the paint on Daugherty. Draws the foul. Jaren Jackson Jr. takes it to the line for 2 shots. A minute to play in this first quarter. And we are starting to make our presence known. And that is a 6-point lead. So it seems like the game won't allow me to control who my subs are. So we have some exhausted players on the court, even though I had subs I wanted to make. So we're just going to be kicking it. We're going to be kicking it with the starters for a little bit until the AI decides to put my bench in. Pick and roll with Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. has 9 first quarter points. That is a lot more than he's really ever had for us in one quarter. So that definitely is pleasant. And Michael Porter Jr. has 7. Michael Porter Jr. usually never heats up in the first quarter. Precious Achiuwa on Plumlee. They go to Daugherty. Over to Neesmith. Oh my god, that's a horrendous shot. The Celtics are going to get blown out if they play like this. Michael Porter Jr. in transition. Blows by Neesmith. Michael Porter Jr. to the cup. He gets it to fall. Him and Jaren Jackson Jr. with 18 of our first 22. A 17-6 Outlaws run. We get another stop with 12 seconds to play in the first quarter. Kobe White pushing the pace in transition. Defended by Darty. Kobe White, step back, or not step back, Hezzy, very early, 23% contested. That's tough. It's going to be the end of one, but we have a double-digit lead. Let's keep it pushing. Oh, we get Precious Achiuwa on the PNR once again. He has 6 and 6 in this first half of basketball. Precious Achiuwa has been on fire in this first half. Jovic picks up Neesmith. They go to Tatum in the corner. Jaren Jackson Jr. driving in on Precious and Jaren Jackson. Cantor misses that one, and it is Outlaws ball. Michael Porter Jr. Ooh, Kobe White, full court press. Go Jaren Jackson. Oh my god! Oh my god! Showtime Outlaws. Showtime Outlaws in the building. Bro, we are Showtime. We are prime time. We are those fucking boys. No way. Oh my god, Precious. I didn't commentate over that entire game or possession, but man, Precious Achiuwa is on fucking 10. Oh my god. And Jaren Jackson Jr. is clamping up Tatum. Achiuwa on Cantor to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown. Oh my god. Jovic, put him in a box, Nikola. Nikola, put him in a box. Michael Porter Jr. Screen from Precious. We get Precious on the roll. Precious on KCP. Oh my god. Precious Achiuwa is making Kentavious Caldwell-Pope look like he is a 4th grader. He is putting this man on a poster, possession after possession. Wow. Jaren Jackson Jr. on Tatum. That screen was like a napkin from a little kid's birthday party. Michael Porter Jr. Oh my god. Ooh, I see Jovic in transition. Jovic in the corner in transition. Early release. That's tough. We can't get the board. I definitely felt that early release. I definitely felt it when I shot it. Why can't I make subs? I can't even I can't even like go to the pause menu and make subs. It literally just won't let me make substitutions. I can't even adjust coach settings either to make substitutions. My team is absolutely fucking exhausted, and I can't sub players out. I can't call plays either. I can't call plays. Like, what is going on? Dog. So I've had like 3 straight possessions of misses, but I can't hit shots because my team is exhausted, and they won't let me make subs. They won't let me call plays. So I'm like, oh my god, Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. sends Tatum shit to the moon. But come on. We're up 5. Michael... Oh, Precious, I need that. I need that. Come on, Precious. Precious with the mismatch. Precious gets blocked. Precious gets blocked on the mismatch. That is tough. Kobe White on Meyer. They go to KCP. Meyer. Oh my god, it's a 3-point game. The Celtics are on a run. Thank you, Jaren. Thank you, Jaren. Jovic. Jovic is the most rested on the team because his stamina is fucking crazy. Jovic. Oh, no. Precious has the angle on Thad Young. Can we get it? No. So if I seem like I'm a little low in spirits right now, because I have the Bucks Heat game on my second monitor, and we are losing 32-7 as I'm recording this. So I'm like, I kind of just got zoned out, and now we were just up 13, and now we're now it's tied, and 2K won't let me make subs, so I'm kind of SOL. Oh my god, I need to focus. I need to lock in. I need to lock in, bro. I can't make subs, so I have to lock in. Come on, Michael Porter Jr. There we go. Good defense, Michael Porter. 3 minutes to play in the second. Why can't I make subs? I want to make subs. Come here, Jaren. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ooh. There we go. That's a good shot. Good shot. Good shot. Phenomenal shot. Love that shot. Let's go. Dog. I made a timeout. I took a timeout to see if I could make a sub. And I can't make subs in my timeout. I can't even make subs in my timeout. I can't do anything to like adjust how we're playing. I can't call plays and I can't make subs. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. Hold on. I'm going to save and quit. Yeah, I'm going to save and quit. So that I can come back to this game. I wonder if it won't even... I don't even think it'll let me adjust settings, will it? It's going to make me go right into the game, huh? Yeah, I can't even adjust settings. I thought if I save and quit and then I could go back into the My League and like fuck with settings, see if I can make subs, but I can't do anything. So we're gonna have to deal with this. Oh my lord. So it seems like that timeout did rest our guys up a little bit, even though it's not really substantial. We are rested a little bit more than we were. So that's a W. 2.5 to play in the first half. 6 seconds on the shot clock for the Celtics. Thad Young gets a wide open dunk at the cup because Precious refused to help, even though I tried switching to Precious. Come on. We're down 2. Let's go. Let's go. We need Michael Porter Jr. We need Michael Porter Jr. Ooh, love that. Love that, Michael Porter Jr. Love that. Love that. I love that more and more every time it happens. Let's go. Jovic on Meyer. Meyer. Posts up Plumlee on Achua. That's not going to work. Neesmith. Screens. Gets a screen. Oh, wow. Neesmith, you're getting put in the box, buddy. What are you doing? Meyer. Defended by Jovic. Jovic. 4, 3. Jovic is here. Jovic is here. Get your shit sent. Get your shit sent to the moon. Fuck no. Fuck no. We out. We out. We out. Michael Porter Jr., the guy with 11 points. Michael Porter Jr. Come on. Oh, we find Jaren Jackson Jr. on the PNR. Jaren Jackson Jr. is now our top scorer with 13 points. Oh my God, Precious with the volleyball spike on Darty. Meyer runs right into Precious Achua. Come on, Precious. Get another one. Meyer. Meyer gets his own board and gets it over the Precious Achua with rim take. Okay, we're going to go to Michael Porter Jr. again. Oh my God, gets ripped by Neesmith. They're starting to read it. They're starting to read it on an exhausted Michael Porter Jr. Neesmith in transition, tries to pass it to Darty. Kobe White reads that. Precious Achua to the cup. He sees Jovic cutting back behind him. That was a bad pass. I should have went up with Precious. Precious is in rim take. I should have went up with Precious. Neesmith. Oh my God, Michael Porter Jr. is exhausted and he's still clamping up Neesmith. Darty. Kobe White's there. Meyer off the floppy. Oh, he gets Precious jumping out. Jovic helps. Oh, that's a phenomenal contest by Jovic. That's phenomenal help defense. Michael Porter Jr. A little over a shot clock to play in this one. We get a screen. Oh, Michael Porter Jr. all the way to the fucking cup. Almost draws the and one. He gets the foul. 2 free throws coming for Michael Porter Jr. with 20 seconds left in the first half. Michael Porter Jr. with a phenomenal start to this game. 12 points. About to be tied for our top scorer with Jaren Jackson with 13. There it is. And that is halftime. We collapsed from a 13-point lead and we're only up 2. But Michael Porter Jr. is hot. Jaren Jackson Jr. is hot. And Precious Achua is hot. So I think we can win this game even if they're exhausted. Let's go. Second half.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And Contavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh man, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got our offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket, man. Just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks.
All right, we're halfway through this one, and I still can't make subs. I just want to make a sub, man. Michael Porter Jr. is gassed. I don't want to risk injuring him. The playoffs start next episode. I don't want to risk injuring Michael Porter Jr. I really don't want to injure MPJ. He is our franchise player, and I can't call plays either, which sucks even more. So I'm like, I can't call plays, so I have to rely on the pick and roll and ISO ball. I can't make subs, so I'm playing with exhausted players. This is rough. Tatum. To Darty. Darty pulls a stupid 3. 64 overall, bro. You are not like that. Michael Porter Jr. with his 4th board of the game. We out. Oh my God. MPJ. Oh, he can't draw the foul on Jaylen Brown. Michael Porter Jr. Exhaustion is definitely setting in for Michael Porter Jr. 5 for 14 from the field. 1 for 2 from 3. 13 points though, so I'm not going to complain. Darty. Kobe White's there. To Brown. Jovic is there. 7. Jaren Jackson Jr. switches with Jovic. Jaylen Brown to the cup. Oh my God. There's no way that's a foul. Give me that. There's no way that's a foul. Okay, they overturn it, which facts. Jaren Jackson Jr. just sent his shit to the fucking moon. Let's go. All right. The call got overturned. Michael Porter Jr. Come on, Michael. I'm going to look for Jaren Jackson Jr. on the roll this time. We find him on the roll. He puts Tatum on a poster. Jaren Jackson Jr. once again is our top scorer with 15 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Michael Porter Jr. with that connection. 4 points or 4 assists for Michael Porter Jr. off that pick and roll. You love to see it. We now have a 4-point lead. Jovic on Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown driving in. Jovic is there. We can't leave Tatum. Jaren Jackson Jr., phenomenal defense, phenomenal contest, phenomenal jump out. Michael Porter Jr. with his 4th board of the night. I see Jovic trailing. We're going to get a screen and roll with Precious Achiuwa. I get it with Precious. Let's go. Easy. Jaren Jackson Jr. defending Jason Tatum. Tatum not doing much with it. He finds Jaylen Brown for 3. Jaylen Brown misses once again. The Celtics cannot seem to buy a bucket. We find Jovic. Jovic, who doesn't have great offensive stats. I'm going to look to feed Jaren Jackson Jr. on the pick and roll. Oh my God. Jaren Jackson Jr. is heating up slowly but surely. 17 points for Jaren Jackson Jr. He is our top scorer. Jovic found him on that PNR. Darty defended by Kobe White to Jaylen Brown. Oh my God. There's no way Darty's scoring on us. Fuck no. Fuck no. Why would we let Darty score on us, bro? Come on now. Oh, Precious. Good cut. Good cut, Precious. Let's go. We out. Back out. Back out. Back out. There we go, there we go, there we go. Ah, that's tough. Get it to Michael Porter Jr. Someone who can create off the dribble for the mid-range. I don't trust you. Ooh, Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. pull up midi 13-footer from the free throw line is good. Oh, we get a Precious Achiuwa PNR. Precious Achiuwa with 14 and 9. 10-2 Outlaws run. We are back with a double-digit lead. We clearly and quickly took this game back. Oh, Tatum contested 3 over Jovic. He gets it to fall. It is now a 7-point game. We're back here under single digits. Michael Porter Jr. heat up again. We need Michael Porter Jr. to heat up again. Oh, Jaren, we find Jaren. Why aren't you rolling, Jaren? Why did you run into NS Cantor? Where are you going, Jaren? Tatum, 5-point game. Oh Lord, Michael Porter Jr. is exhausted, and I have nowhere to go. Jovic for 3. I need you, Jovic. Why did I trust Jovic? C 3-pointer. Why am I trusting Jovic to shoot that when we are all exhausted? I need to be able to make subs, dude. I can't. This is a terrible handicap. I can't make subs, so all my players are fucking exhausted. We just got to play good defense. We got to play elite defense. Cantor goes up on Precious, gets his shit sent to the moon. He gets his shit sent. Michael Porter Jr. 3 in transition for 3. Michael Porter Jr. on triple-double watch. 15, 4, and 6. We find Jaren Jackson Jr. on another PNR. Jaren Jackson Jr. with 19 points. Timeout, Boston. 3 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Oh, Michael Porter Jr. in transition. Drop it off to Jaren Jackson Jr. in the dunker spot. Oh, we get Jovic. Actually, I'm gonna go with Jaren Jackson down low. See if I can draw the double. Can I draw the double? Ooh, I do. Oh, jump ball animation. I hate getting sucked into a jump ball animation, bro. They are such overpowered animations, dude. They're so bad. And they're RNG, so we're probably going to lose this jump ball. How much you want to bet? Oh, we win it. We win it. Okay. Ooh, Michael Porter Jr. That was a bad pass. That was a bad pass attempt. That was horrendous on my part. Darty. Oh, my God. There's no way they call that a foul. I have a second coach's challenge. I have a second challenge. Okay, we're challenging it. Let's go. And they overturned that one as well. 2 calls that were absolutely horrendous by these referees are overturned. Phenomenal. I'm loving this coach's challenge system, and I know they implemented it a few 2Ks ago, but I'm loving that it's no longer RNG and it's actually working. Darty gets his shit sent again. He keeps thinking he's gonna get a bucket on us, bro. Darty is gonna keep getting his shit fucking sent, especially if it's by Precious. If he's going up on Precious Achiuwa and Jaren Jackson Jr., he's definitely just gonna get his shit sent. Michael Porter Jr. for 3 in transition. You cannot leave that man open. They're leaving Michael Porter Jr. wide open on an island, butt naked, making a campfire. 18, 4, and 7 for Michael Porter Jr. Absolutely phenomenal night by Michael Porter Jr. It's not even the 4th quarter yet. The 4th quarter is where Michael Porter Jr. usually flourishes and where he usually erupts. And he's been phenomenal the entire game. Meyer, go to Cantor. Post him up on Precious Achiuwa. Precious Achiuwa is there 1 second. Precious with the block. Oh my God. Precious fucking Achiuwa is a dog. We're going to shoot with Precious. Precious is not a great oh my God. Precious Achiuwa. Precious Achiuwa hits a 3 and he has a double-double. 17 and 10. Hold on, bro. What is Precious Achiuwa's 3-point rating? What is his 3-point rating? Bro. He has a D-3, but he just hit that 3-pointer in the corner? Wow. Wow. NS Cantor to Neesmith. Neesmith defended by Michael Porter Jr. Neesmith. Is he going to do anything? 7 seconds. Meyer. They go to Meyer. Posts up. Oh, NS Cantor gets the inside edge, but Precious Achiuwa blocks him again. Oh my God. Precious Achiuwa and Jaren Jackson Jr. are fucking insane. Let's get a pick and roll with Jaren Jackson Jr. Let's get Jaren Jackson Jr. on Plumlee. Oh, we got it. Are they doubling? They are. We get Jovic. Don't crash to the rim, bro. Jovic, why are you crashing to the rim? Get out to him. Doherty still does not score on us. He still has yet to score on us. Jaren Jackson Jr. posting up an S Cantor. Are they going to double? They are. Michael Porter Jr. is left wide open at the wing. Porter Jr. 21 points, and he is now our top scorer. And we now lead by an astounding 16 points. Both of our big men have rim takeover. Time out, Boston. Jaren Jackson Jr. is about to get a triple-double on assists, bro. On rebound or on points, blocks, and assists. If Jaren Jackson Jr. gets a points, blocks, and assists triple-double, he is the best outlaw in history. Literally. Doherty. Defended by Kobe White. Holy shit. Come on. Oh, my God. Meyer. Okay, Meyer. Meyer can't get nothing. Jaren Jackson Jr. We're rolling up with Jaren Jackson Jr. Thad Young defending Jaren. The Celtics haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. I'm waiting on the double. Are they going to double? They don't double. I don't get Thad Young jumping either. That's tough. That's a tough possession. I need to get Jaren Jackson Jr. on the PNR. I can't force the post up. Tatum. Jovic gets to him. Phenomenal. Michael Porter Jr. We're going to get a Precious Achiuwa PNR. Precious, what are you doing, bro? Precious, come here. Precious. Come on, give me one more. 30 seconds left in this third quarter. There's no way. They sucked me into a charge animation. Wow. Tatum. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Tatum pull up midi over Jaren Jackson Jr. I think the fuck not, Tatum. Michael Porter Jr. with 21, 7, and 7. Jaren Jackson, come set a screen. Let's get it popping. Oh my God. Jaren Jackson Jr. No, don't shoot that. I can get sucked into a charge animation, but I can't get sucked into a layup animation. Oh my God. Jaren Jackson Jr. at the buzzer. 57-41 Outlaws. I think that's game. And we have not made a sub because 2K won't let us. Michael Porter Jr. defending KCP. They go to Jaylen Brown. They go to Thad Young down in the paint. Thad Young gets it to go over Jaren Jackson Jr. Let's get it to Michael Porter Jr. I want Michael Porter Jr. to be the primary ball handler for us in the postseason. So I'm going to force the issue. I wasn't moving. Did I ever go out of bounds, bro? I wasn't moving. Like, I had no hands on the joystick. When did I never went out of bounds. Yo. 2K. I never went out of bounds. Bruh. Some 2K cheese. There we go. 2K gave me some cheese back. Jaren Jackson Jr. steal. Let's get a pick and roll with Jaren Jackson. Let's get the mismatch on Jaylen Brown. Force the issue. Oh, KCP reads that like a book. Jaylen Brown in transition. Jaylen Brown to KCP for 3. Bang. Let's force the issue. Get the switch with Jaren Jackson and KCP. Can we get the we get the switch, or we get the double, not the switch. Michael Porter Jr. for 3. Jaylen Brown somehow recovers. Thad Young, KCP. A minute through this fourth quarter. Tatum off of that, whatever you want to call it. Tatum driving in. He gets it to go. It's a single-digit game. Come on. Pick and roll with Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson Jr. pick and roll. There we go. We get it. We get it to go. 21 points for Jaren Jackson. We're back up into double digits. All the arena's shaking. 8-point game. 8-point game with 6 minutes to play. We get Kobe White to the cup. Kobe White's on the board. He's been quiet all game. He's just waiting for his time to pounce. Kobe White when it matters most. They bring in Dyson. Did Michael Porter Jr. get injured? I swear to God, bro. If Michael Porter Jr. got injured. Michael Porter, oh my God, Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson with another block. If Michael Porter Jr. is injured, this is the exact reason I was scared to have no substitutions. Injuries are going to fuck us up, bro. If we go down with any more injuries, I'm going to be real upset. Oh, they left Dyson Daniels open in the corner. There's no way they thought that was smart. There's no fucking chance they thought that was smart. Okay. We're up 11 with a little over half of the fourth quarter left. I get Precious Achiuwa on a PNR. He gets blocked by Robert Williams. He gets his own block. He gets his own miss and fucking one. Count the fucking bucket. Precious Achiuwa in the clutch. We get a PNR with Jaren Jackson Jr. See if Jaren Jackson doesn't roll. We get the deflection off KCP. I want to get, so the goal of the PNR, I want to get it to Jaren Jackson or Precious. Either one. They're doubling both. And then I find whichever shooter is open, but they're playing phenomenal defense. They're getting steal after steal. I want to draw the double with Jaren Jackson or Precious, so then I can find the wide open shooters. But I got to get the PNR off first. Oh my God, they're going to give me the charge. Of course they are. Kobe White gets his fourth. Wow. We're up 11. We're sitting pretty comfortably in the driver's seat right now. Oh, can we get Jaren Jackson Jr.? We do. Not. Wow. They are playing that passing lane so fucking well, dude. Jaylen Brown. We're going to leave Daugherty. I'm going to let Daugherty shoot. Tatum. Jovic is there. Jovic gets over the Jaylen Brown screen. Jovic. Phenomenal defense. Phenomenal defense by Jovic. Let's go. Let's go. Kobe White on Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown driving in. Dyson Daniels. Oh my God. Dyson Daniels with the steal. Swing it to Jovic in the corner. Jovic for three in the corner. Oh my God. Jovic. Okay. Michael Porter Jr. only has a day-to-day injury. It's a bruised rib. I do not want him to play the rest of the regular season. I'm going to keep it a buck. Day-to-day injury. Playoffs coming up. We're a top seed. We're contending. I can't have him out, bro. I cannot have him out. Jaren Jackson Jr.'s in rim take once again. Second time in this game. It might even be the third time in this game if I'm keeping it a buck. I'm going to go to Precious Achiuwa on a PNR. See if I can get Precious. I do get Precious Achiuwa. We get it. We get the wide open dunk. 23 and 14 for Achiuwa. Wow. Jovic, the lowest scorer in our starting five, but he's doing the dirty work. He gets his sixth board of the game. Dyson Daniels, I see him in the corner, but KCP plays it well. When we get a pick and roll with Precious, we get Precious again on the PNR. 25 and 14 for Precious. Precious with a career night alongside Jaren Jackson Jr. Him and Jaren Jackson both with 20 plus. Precious with 14 rebounds, both with probably around 5 plus blocks. This game is absolutely insane. Daugherty, you're tripping, bro. You are not that guy, Daugherty. Daugherty just needs to accept he's not that fucking guy. He is absolutely horrendous, and I was determined to not let Daugherty score on me. Oh, we have Dyson Daniels wide open in the corner. Dyson Daniels wide open. That's it, right there. Come on. They're playing full court press with a minute and a half to play. A minute and a half to play. We're up 13. Oh my God, they're clamping. They're clamping right now. It's not like the game's close, bro. We're up 13. The game's not close. Jaren Jackson Jr. and fucking won. That's the icing on the cake. Jaren Jackson fucking Jr. And Jaren Jackson Jr. knocks down the free throws. Jaren Jackson and Precious have been absolutely phenomenal. Loving this game from our big men. Absolutely beautiful play from our two guys. Daugherty taking on Jaren Jackson Jr. to Thad Young, back to Daugherty. I was so determined this game to not have Daugherty get a bucket, and I don't think he has. I'm pretty sure he hasn't. Thad Young gets the bucket over Kobe White / Jaren Jackson Jr. Come on. Why am I getting so into it? We're up 14 with under a minute to play. I'm going to keep going to get buckets, but like, this game is over. This game's over. That's another one. So this game has been a lot of pick and roll offense, and I didn't want it to be, but the game didn't let me make substitutions. So I had to rely on the pick and roll. I'm not great at ISO ball in 2K22. It's borderline impossible this year. So I'm like, I have to run the PNR. Oh, we get Jaren Jackson Jr. wide open in the corner. Jaren Jackson for three, slightly late. That's the end of the game. End of this one. We take an 11-point lead over the Boston Celtics. 80-69. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Precious Achiuwa were phenomenal. We took a small injury to Michael Porter Jr. It's a day-to-day one. He's going to be out for the rest of the regular season. He's going to so he can come back at full health in the playoffs. Regardless, phenomenal win. Dyson Daniels came in and scored 6, so we're all good. Looking at the box score here on our side, Jaren Jackson Jr. 26 points, 11 for 14 from the field, 7 blocks. Precious 25, 15, 5 blocks. Not to mention 1 for 1 from 3, which is crazy. Michael Porter Jr., who went down with an injury, 21, 7, 7 a steal and 2 blocks. Dyson Daniels, 6 points. Kobe White, 10 assists. Jovic didn't do much, but 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. And then all of these guys have DNPs because 2K was tweaking. 2K was tweaking.
Hello. 4 questions. First one.
Historic night all around. How happy are you with this result?
So happy with the result tonight. I feel like we really clicked as a unit. All of our guys were really firing on 10. Jaren Jackson Jr., 26 points, 7 blocks. Precious Achiuwa, 25, 15, and 5 blocks. Michael Porter Jr., 27, 7, and 7, a steal and 2 blocks. Kobe White with 10 assists, and then Dyson Daniels off the bench with 6 points, 2 for 2 from 3. Phenomenal team effort tonight. I think we're picking up that momentum as this regular season is coming to an end, and I think we're going to have a lot of momentum for the playoffs. And like I said in the pregame, I think we are extremely locked in. Yeah.
Any update on the Michael Porter Jr. injury?
Yes. Michael Porter Jr., he just has a bruised rib. It's a day-to-day injury. He'll definitely be okay for the playoffs. I do plan to have Steven sit Michael Porter Jr. for the rest of the regular season so he can be 100% healthy for the postseason. Yeah.
How good of a matchup would Outlaws versus Celtics be in the finals?
Obviously tonight wasn't the closest of games, but I think the Boston Celtics being the 2 seed in the East definitely would be a ton of fun to see in the postseason. Who knows how things will pan out? Obviously, the NBA playoffs are really unpredictable. So, who knows if we'll even make a deep run, if the Celtics will make a deep run. It's going to be a tough road. We're going to have to beat some good teams. We just have to stay locked in. But if the matchup does come up, it definitely would be a lot of fun. One last question. Yeah.
How prepared are you for a deep playoff run?
For sure. I think we always are prepared for a deep playoff run. I mean, this is the pinnacle of NBA basketball, the NBA playoffs, and making a deep playoff run is a part of winning a championship, which is what you strive for in the NBA as an NBA executive, coach, player. You strive to win a championship because that is the ultimate goal, the pinnacle of NBA basketball, is to win an NBA championship. So I think a deep playoff run, you have to be prepared, or else you're just going to get knocked out and you'll never achieve that goal of winning a championship. So I think we are really well prepared for a deep playoff run. We're stupidly locked in. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said we're stupidly locked in. That never ends well. But I do think we're really locked in, and we definitely are mentally and physically prepared for a deep playoff run. And Michael Porter Jr. will be healthy for this playoff run, so definitely it's going to be a ton of fun. All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, so I'm going to simulate the rest of the regular season, and we're going to jump right into the playoffs next episode. It looks like we end as the 2 seed in the Western Conference. Joel Embiid wins Most Valuable Player. Musa Diabate, Rookie of the Year. Moses Brown, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis Antetokounmpo, DPOY. Shea, Most Improved. Ime Udoka, the coach of the Celtics, Coach of the Year. And then I win Executive of the Year. We get our first Executive of the Year of NBA 2K22 under our belt. Let's go. No All-NBA first-team players, no All-NBA second-team players, no All-NBA third-team players, no All-Defensive first-team players, no All-Defensive second-team players, no All-Rookie first-team players, no All-Rookie second-team players, no All-NBA players on our side. So the play-in tournament's going to look like the Timberwolves, the Mavericks, the Blazers, and the Clippers. We're the 2 seed. I'm going to sim the play-in right now. Sim the play-in. Looks like we have the Dallas Mavericks. Luka and the Mavericks are going to be coming to Las Vegas in the next one. If you enjoyed, as always, make sure you show some love down below. It's free. It only helps our channel grow. And as always, you're beautiful. I love you. Peace.